So here we are at the University of Roehampton at Grove House, which is our neoclassical villa. And decorating the villa are classicising statues of semi-nude women representing the seasons. We're standing in front of summer, and her accoutrements are elements of the harvest, so we know that she's summer. And what I'm interested in is the fact that she's a semi-nude. So she's half-draped, and you can see her drapery is actually being held up at the waist by a slant at the hip. She's standing in contrapposto, which means that you can see her shoulders are slanting, her hips are slanting, her knees and her ankles. And the slant at the hip actually helps hold up the drapery, but also makes it quite enticing. So there's a sense that this drapery is going to fall at any moment. And why do we have semi-nudes, 18th century semi-nudes decorating a neoclassical villa? And why is this appropriate? It's appropriate because it's part of the classical tradition, and the nude and the semi-nude female form is synonymous with antiquity. And this is because our first female nude originates in the Greek world in the 4th century with Praxiteles' Aphrodite of Cnidos. Now, Praxiteles' Aphrodite was a cult statue, so she was a religious image, and it was hugely appropriate that a goddess of love, sexuality, and beauty should be sculpted nude. So she's demonstrating her eroticism and her desirability. But then after Praxiteles' Aphrodite, we have variants and copies both in the Greek world and the Roman world, and then this is something that's taken up in the Renaissance. And so initially Aphrodite and Venus become sculpted nude, but so does sort of any female mythological figure, or indeed any eroticized figure is sculpted or painted nude and given a classical label, so that we have a kind of a cloak of respectability across the eroticized female form. And here we have a perfect example of this. So within our neoclassical setting, we have an eroticized semi-nude who is fairly unremarkable because she's part of the respectability of the classical tradition.